All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom, Tada Akim out there, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Shamar coming back with another lesson. And in this lesson, I want to do a video on the clips I've been seeing on social media regarding the stuff with, you know, what you call Fauci and everything. I've been seeing a lot of clips popping up about, everything that pretty much he's getting exposed. The whole everything that happened back in 2020. And if I didn't say it already, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And, shalom to the rest of the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. Just in case I didn't say it. But as I was saying, we already knew that this was all a whole psyop back in 2020 when this whole situation played out, especially us being out here in the, I'm not sure about different parts of America because I wasn't everywhere, obviously, yet during that time when the lockdowns did happen, it happened not everywhere, but, it was out here for sure in the Bay Area. And around that time, I went out to Atlanta for like a week or two, and out there everything was open. But nonetheless, during that time of 2020 when the whole pandemic situation was happening, we already knew that it was all a whole big psyop and a scam, and it's now being revealed. Everything we were saying was true, which we already knew it was. Nonetheless, now it's being even more exposed, which is why when what's his name, Biden was getting out of office, he wanted to pardon all those different people, and one of the people that was pardoned was this guy Fauci. All right, and you could see I have these different clips and whatnot from, like I said, from social media. I didn't find like the full blown segment of the whole meeting, but it shows you how it was all a setup. He literally is refusing to answer any question. Doesn't, like, even a common question like, what time is today? Or what color is your shirt? Or something simple as that. Showing you these people are the devil, man. All right. All this is being exposed. But I'm going to play this clip and hit some precepts. I got like 3 different clips, but I'm going to play these clips and hit some precepts. But it just shows you, man, how simple and stupid the American people are, and how everything that happens isn't a coincidence, and it's all being done by design, and it's all being done on purpose by these elites to program you people and to poison you and destroy you, Just one of the many examples. I'm going to play this.
Nothing says honesty like taking the fifth, huh, Doc? Let's try something. What day of the week is it today?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
What color tie are you wearing?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
What color's the carpet in front of you?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Let's just get one thing straight. You don't have any rights under the Fifth Amendment because you've been pardoned, as you very well know. As the Supreme Court has been clear for a century and more, Brown versus Walker, 1896, when he has been pardoned, he may not stand upon his privilege. You know that. Your lawyer is sitting behind you now, shifting nervously in their chairs. They know it. This isn't about the Constitution. This isn't about the law. This is about contempt. Contempt for this body and contempt for the American people. But I think I know why you're doing it. It's because you don't want to answer questions. It's because you did all kinds of terrible things. It's because during the pandemic you got rich, didn't you? You got rich while people were dying, hundreds of thousands of Americans, over 1 million in the end, and you were getting rich. And not only were you doing that, you were using federal employees with taxpayer money to apply for and solicit cash prizes for you personally, cash prizes totaling over $1 million. You did all of that during the pandemic, didn't you? That's a question.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Well, nothing says honesty like taking the fifth.
You see, like I was saying, every single question he's just refusing to answer, and he keep on reciting the same thing, his the Fifth Amendment, this and that. But you can't even answer a simple question that's like common sense: what color your tie is, what color your shirt is. But that just shows you that you're dealing with the devil, man. And how all this shit is just a big ass fucking WWE fucking game, you know? It's all a joke. These people, the dude grilling them, they fucking know what's going on. It ain't like they didn't know what the hell was happening. All this shit is a fucking show, really. And then while this is all happening, this isn't even, mind you, it's not even being talked about on the mainstream media. They're talking about all type of other BS that don't matter. Isn't this something very important to broadcast and let the people know? The main guy that was saying trust science, the main guy that was saying you need to go and take this to be safe and protected, this is good for you, can't even answer a basic question. Showing you this is all, that was all done by design to purposely poison the people ultimately. And they're trying to make it seem like they want to expose it and whatnot. Like I said, they all on the same fucking side ultimately. Nonetheless, this just shows you, this is just being brought to light that this is the devil, man, being exposed. All right. And this is why they want to take down social media and the internet, or have it censored, more so, should I say, because shit like that being out there, exposing Esau for the devil that he is. All right. Now, the first scripture I wanted to get is in Psalm 64 and 8. All right, and I'm reading the KJV first, and then in the NLT. Psalm 64 and 8 in the KJV, it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And when you read it in verse 8, it says, their own tongues will ruin them, and all who see them will shake their heads in scorn. And that's pretty much what's happening with this situation. Your own tongue ruined you. Like, everything that you was saying back then, now this nigga don't want to answer one. You can ask the nigga what's 1 + 1. He'll tell you the same fucking shit. I plead the fifth. So, like it says, like his their own tongues will ruin them. You were saying pushing so heavy about trust science, trust this, trust that. Where's that same energy now? When you being put on the stand in front of everyone, you was over there gun-ho about this is the right way, this is the thing to do. Now the nigga can't even answer a question. Mind you, he like to do, the other person was saying that was speaking, the nigga was pardoned. So whatever you say, you wouldn't even get in trouble anyway. But he's not going to answer because it's just going to further condemn and expose the truth of what happened during that time period, which we've been saying since back then when it was first happening. All that shit was being done by design, and it was all a fucking psyop and a scam. But what did you have happen? Everyone still wanted to believe what they heard because the simple, matter of fact, I'm gonna grab it real quick. Yep. Yeah, this is Proverbs 14 and 15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. When you read it in the NLT, it says, only simpletons believe everything they're told. The prudent carefully consider their steps. And you dumbass Americans believed everything you were being told during that time. When 2020 was happening, what did you have everybody fucking doing? Looking like a goofy, wearing masks. No, not even knowing that a fucking mask, the basic ass mask people was wearing, doesn't stop shit. If you were going to get sick, you were going to get sick regardless. With that fucking weak ass mask, ain't gonna stop nothing. But the people are so stupid and simple, they believe every fucking thing they're told, which is why you had a lot of people lining up to take um, that you know what during that time, man, in 2020, literally believing that it was something serious and still trusting in that whole medical industry to this day, thinking that they know what's best for you when it's been shown time and time again the devil just wants to fucking kill you and poison you. Yet our people are so simple, like the scriptures say, they're sottish children. Our people are stupid, and you believe whatever you're being told. The same person who's saying they're trying to help you is literally they're trying to help you fucking die. That's the help they're giving you, helping you to your fucking death. Because they're not giving you anything that's going to actually make you better. Because if you are better, you don't need him. He's not getting anything beneficial from it. And going back to the Georgia Guidestones before they got took down, we know that they want to lower the population down to what, 500 million or so, according to the Guidestones. Pretty much, they want to wipe off a lot of people that are on the earth, predominantly you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And who are the main ones that are in these hospitals and in these prisons and listening to everything that the fucking so-called white man tells them to do? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Yeah, we know that these other nations listen as well, but you are so gun-ho for whatever he tells you to do. Like, y'all literally co-sign it to the max, you know? Oh, my doctor said, did take this, and that. I know what's good for me. I'm a nurse. Niggas are dying every day in the hospital. Niggas are getting sick. Look at everybody that be having cancer. They go get their chemotherapy, and what happened? You end up dying. You go in there for one thing, you got another thing that's wrong with you. Everybody that went and go take that, what, during the 2020, you're fucked. And it's clips out about that as well, about how everything fucked you up. And I'm gonna play some more clips, like I said, from the
Time to sit for In Style magazine. Here's what you were doing with your time. You could sit for In Style magazine, but you can't answer questions for the American people. You could sit for In Style magazine, but you're here taking the fifth. You could sit for In Style magazine and get $1 million in cash awards. But now the cat's got your tongue. I bet he does. I tell you what, here's my conclusion from all of this. This was really all about you the whole time. Somewhere along the way, you lost your way. You may have been a good public servant at one time, I don't know. But what I can tell you from reading your emails now, from looking at what you did, how you used your employees, somewhere along the line, it became all about you. You became a narcissist and a megalomaniac and a liar. And you've lied to the American people, and you've lied to this body. And you've disgraced your profession by doing it. You called yourself the most famous scientist in the world. You've done more to harm science than anybody in my lifetime. And I hope you'll go home and write that in your diary. Guy, you had time to sit for
being exposed, man. And this is all a fucking sham, mind you. This is all fucking idiocracy. A fucking joke. Yeah, look at the comments. Fauci is a real life Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. The fact that people listen to him for health advice and surrendered sovereignty over their bodies is baffling because people are fucking stupid. Like the precept I was going into, this simple, uh, only simpletons believe everything. It's literally crazy how people believe every fucking word this devil say, but that's just what it is, you know. Our people don't have any type of a sense. They don't have any common sense, I should say, because you know that's the saying common sense, but really common sense isn't common. All right, and this is just further proving everything we were saying back 6 years ago now. That when later down the road, it's all going to come out and get exposed how all this was a fucking big psyop and it was all set up and nothing that you're being told in that moment was actually true and everything's actually happening and playing out now. And is it being put on the mainstream media? No, it's not. Like I said, they're not going to put this out there. All right. This is all a fucking WWE show at this point, man. All the bullshit going on and being exposed. Then you got war, the straight or moves and this and that. That's what's keeping the people distracted while all this stuff going on. While all the shit been going on in the Middle East, worrying about the strait being closed and Iran war and everything else, you have fucking the Epstein files being released. All right, all type of other things coming out in different public broadcasts like that. That's not on the mainstream broadcast with news. Knowing nobody watches that shit, and you just put the fear mongering in the mainstream media, like, oh, this happened with Iran and the straits closed and this Trump's going over here trying to do a ceasefire. The ceasefire is broke. Meanwhile, you got all this happening behind the scenes.
In Style magazine.
Oh shit.
Here's what you were doing with your time.
So this is why you gotta stay on your watch, man. Like the scripture saying, Habakkuk the 2nd chapter, because you wouldn't even know all this was taking place if you wasn't in the know, watching and looking for information. If you just watching sports and other fucking bullshit out there, you don't have a clue what the hell is going on, man. And like the bitch said in the comment section, it's literally baffling that everybody literally believed in the bullshit they were telling us back then in 2020, nor are they questioning it in this present day since everything is back to regular now. But this just shows you how stupid and simple the American people are, predominantly you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But the next scripture I wanted to grab is in Job 13:4. It says, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. All right. And that's exactly what was going on. Like the dude was saying in that other clip, nigga over here posing for magazine covers and everything else. He was the face card for every fucking news station and whatnot out there during that time. Why are those same news stations not covering this and exposing the same guy that was the face front of Talking Point about trust science, take this, you need to do this for your safety, for the people, if you want to go back to a normal society. We ain't forget. Everybody else might have. But this was the main nigga that was talking on the news every fucking day. I remember, back around that time I'd be going to the gym. The main nigga you see talking. Just now the nigga just disappeared. Don't want to answer no questions. He had all the answers back then though. Showing you that, they are all forgers of lies, man. Physicians of no value. Now you're supposed to be a doctor, all this about science, and you can't even answer fucking what color your tie is, what color is the carpet. You don't even want to answer no questions because you're full of shit. And everything is being exposed, man. And this is ultimately why they want to eventually, shut down the internet, censor the internet, because there's so much stuff that's exposing these devil day in and day out. Like the apostles say all the time, if you miss a day, you miss a lot. This nigga getting exposed, man, as well as all the other stuff going on in the world with prophecy, war, or the collapse coming, America just crumbling. This nigga is getting exposed heavy. And this is why he want to just shut everything down, man. Yet you still have people still believing in this fucking devil. And there's a lot of
studies right here. There was a website that was tracking the random controlled studies. Here they are, showing 60, 70% efficacy of ivermectin. The same day you say there's no evidence, there's all kinds of evidence. Loved ones had to go to hospitals, had to sue hospitals. Just, would you try it? So I would want to know, to what extent were you involved in sabotaging hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, and did you do that because you knew the only way you get an emergency use authorization for these drugs, these experimental gene therapy, was if there was no effective treatment, you couldn't get the emergency use authorization. So is that why you helped sabotage these cheap generic drugs in favor of remdesivir, which, by the way, nurses, are you aware of the fact that nurses called it run, death is near?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment.
I've got the studies.
He just said the same shit the whole fucking time, Didn't want to answer shit. All right. Like I said, this happened recently, earlier this week, the other day, damn near, but nobody's talking about this as far as regarding the mainstream media. You would think that this would be headlining. The same person that was pushing all this stuff back around 2020 now being put on the stand, can't even answer a simple question, or any question for that matter. You would think that would be frontline news, them running that shit back to back, right? But no, they're going to talk about it. Only thing they're talking about right now is the shit going on with Iran and Trump, America, Iran, Israel, but nothing else. So, but showing you this is all being done by design, man. All right, now I'm gonna wrap up on this one. This is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and that work evil upon their beds." And that's exactly what they did when it was back then around 2020. This is all a devised plan. All right. They didn't just do that coincidence. That wasn't just a random thing that actually happened. If you believe that it was a real thing that actually happened, you're a dumbass. Just calling it like it is. That was something they made up. They created. It wasn't like it was just a natural, this new random viruses is spreading. No, there ain't no fucking random things that just spread. This nigga made it in the lab. And it wasn't even as bad as he was painting it out to be. The show, I think it's Utopia, it shows you literally what the nigga be doing. In that show, if that's the right name, it's either Utopia or Dystopia. I think it's Utopia, though. It was on Amazon, I believe. But it shows you in there that they pushed the narrative, they created the stories, the actors, they created the background of the actors and everything else, had a big ass meeting about what the story is going to be, the narratives, the relatives, all this and that, and they pushed it on the media and gave it to the people nonstop to the point to where they believe it. And that's exactly what they did in 2020, because that's all they were spending on the news day in and day out. You didn't see nothing else. So they was devising these things, man, planning these things to poison you, and you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who took it, and the rest of you Babylonians, you're fucked. And you still trusting this devil while he's getting exposed. They'll still go right to the doctor, buy some over-the-counter medication, and take it. If something's wrong with you, you go to the white man. And if you know, in the truth, you going to see the fucking doctor and shit for some shit you can fix yourself, man, you fucking tripping. I'm just saying it like that. Because you should know better. This nigga gonna fuck your ass up going to see him. Only way I'm going to see the fucking Esau ass is if I got I got a broken bone or some crazy shit going on. Not nothing fucking as far as like an ailment, being sick or something. I'm fixing that shit my fucking self through the spirit and power. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Lord's will, before I go see that fucking devil. But continuing on, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And that's exactly why everything happened back then how it did. I mean, just after everything played out, just look at it. Nothing is being said about it anymore. When you look back at it, that's all that you heard of. You would actually have thought that it was something deadly serious, and now nobody even speaks about it as far as the common people. And why did it just happen all in a snap of a finger, so to speak? Because they devised it, and it's in the power of their hand to do it. They literally, there wasn't even a law for that, 6 feet apart or anything else. No, they just fucking made you people, dumbass people, do it. Just like how they tried to mandate you to go and take that, you know what, and you people just fucking did it. Cause like I read earlier on in the Proverbs, you're simple. You just believe whatever, believe everything that you told. Why? Because it came from the fucking white man. When it's your own people telling you this, like when we was telling our people not to take it, it's bullshit and don't trust it, this and that. Everybody got 1,000,001 questions for Jake when you saying something regarding to health or taking care of your body, taking herbs, natural healing. You got 1,000,001 questions. But when the fucking white man is in your face, the so-called doctor, so-called nurse, Jake don't got no fucking questions. You'll just listen, nod your head, and take the fucking poison versus taking life, which is the herbs, to heal yourself with the herbs and prayer. But this is crazy though. Like I said, I just had to make a video on it because it's just wild how this is all just being exposed. All right, and nobody, like I said, on the mainstream media, they're not covering it. You ain't gonna see no CNN, you're not gonna see no Fox News, or any other regular fucking mainstream newscast station. All right, and that's all being done by design as well, because look at this shit, it's a fucking joke. The nigga can't even answer no questions, but this is the same person that you've seen every single fucking day back in 2020 talking on the fucking screen about science and health and what you need to do. Now he can't even answer a simple ass question. Hey, this devil's done, man. America's done. This shit's through. All right. Hey, so with that, I'm gonna wrap up and give all praise and glory again to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.